Hello, welcome to Questioneer Lodge number 812. I am Questioneer Jordan, and you must be that new recruit I've heard so much about. Wonderful. Well, knowing my fellow Questioneers, I imagine that you have come down here with perhaps a couple questions of your own, yes, about, who we are as an organization and perhaps even what we stand for. Am I correct? Good. Well, it is, of course, my job to answer all of those questions, as well as pose a few of our own in the form of just a very short and concise entrance exam. Is that all right? Wonderful. Well, yes, my fellow Questioneers can get rather overexcited, especially when it comes to, recruiting new prospects and getting to interact with people who are so excited about our organization, such as yourself. They often will forget that, as much as, asking questions is all well and good, sometimes we have to answer a couple as well, okay? Yes, I apologize for them, but trust me, they mean well, and that's, after all, why they have me, to make sure that people like you have all the context that you need. Now, the Questioneer organization was founded in 1973 and was inspired by a quote from Confucius, which reads that a man who asks a question is a fool for a minute, but a man who never asks questions is a fool for a lifetime. That's roughly translated, of course. Now, the original Questioneers thought that was so profound and so interesting that they strove not just to not be fools by asking questions, but to be the, least foolish people possible by asking literally every question possible. Yes, it's a bold, ambitious goal, but we believe that sooner or later we will have successfully asked every possible question. Current predictions, forecasts, have it happening as soon as 15,000 years. Yes, truly remarkable, especially what we can do with technology as well. It's incredible. Now, I hope that answered at least a couple of your questions, but we have to move into the entrance exam now, if that's all right. Wonderful. Alrighty, so it's just a series of simple, straightforward questions that, they won't be too thought-provoking, at least not yet, and will at least help us establish a little bit about, who you are, why you want to join the Questioneers, and perhaps most importantly, if you'll be a good fit for our organization. Judging by your enthusiasm that you've exhibited already, I imagine that you most certainly will be, but it's not up to me, it's up to the Questionnaire. Now, first things first, what is your full name? Middle name too, please, yep. Alrighty, very good. That's a very good, strong name. What is your current occupation? Okay. Why do you want to join the Questioneers? Oh, there's no right or wrong answer, so, the real reason why you want to join the ranks of the Questioneers, yes. I should clarify as well that there are no right or wrong answers for any of this. In fact, it's mostly about asking the questions. After all, each question asked is one step closer to our ultimate goal. It won't be achieved today, tomorrow, or probably any time in the near future, or even within our generation, but it never hurts to ask. That's what I say. Now, what is your height in inches? Oh yes, no, take your time. It's a little bit of mental math, I know. Okay. Good, and what is your height in centimeters? Oh yes, well they tend to be very different measurements, especially since they're, different metrics. No pun intended. Yep, Sure. Wonderful. What is your age in human years? Very good. We always say that, we accept everyone and anyone here at the Questioneer Lodge, especially because every person who comes through these doors brings a wealth of, questions that are unique to themselves. So we want to get people who are at all stages of life, not just because, of course, they're good company, but also because, every question possible. What is your age in dog years, please? Oh, no, it's entirely serious, right on here. Yep. Well, it helps to have a little bit of different perspectives sometimes. Very good. What is your favorite fruit? No, I promise these are very, very necessary. Yep, they give us a good, clear picture of, who you are. Yep. Really? I like those quite a bit too, yes. Sometimes I will eat them like an apple. I know you're supposed to, cut them up and eat them with a fork like a civilized person, but I just get so excited. They're so small and delightfully tangy that I just dive right in. What is your least favorite poultry product? Really? Very interesting. What kind of car do you drive? Oh, well, you can be as specific or as vague as you like. You could say gas or electric. You could say a Honda Civic from 2005. Well, it's mostly about the question, you see. Yes. The answer is, of course, a very integral part of, the relationship between ourselves and questions, but somewhat secondary to the actual goal of just asking every question. Yes, wonderful. That's a good brand. Do you prefer roller skating or skateboarding? Really? That's interesting. I'm much more of a skateboarding person myself. Yes. What is your favorite shade of blue? Interesting. Yes, this tends to be a surprisingly divisive question. Many people will say, navy, royal blue, ocean blue even, and there's also a very distinct camp, in the periwinkles, in the baby blues, in the, very fine light sky blues, and there tends to be a little bit of tension between the two camps, but nothing that, a good old round of asking questions can't solve. Where did you buy that shirt? Oh, no, it's right here on the questionnaire. Yes. No, I don't make any of these questions up. Oh, it's well, it's relatively short. Yeah, there's just a few more left. Well, I'd say that we're about halfway through. Yes. Oh, don't worry. It picks up after this. I promise. Anyway, your shirt. Okay. Very good. Now, do you require glasses and or contacts? Okay. Yes, we found this to be a necessary addition to the questionnaire when, during one of our team building excursions out in the Amazon rainforest, Craig, one of our chief questioneers, the glasses fell right off his face, and we were not able to find them for several days. It was a little bit harrowing, I admit. The flora and fauna of the Amazon are just that bit alien to, your average Joe, shall we say. It was a little bit intimidating, and ultimately we're not able to find Craig's eyewear, which is why he always wears contacts now, yes. So we recommend, especially for some of our more daring and adventurous team building exercises, excursions, etc., that everyone be wearing contacts. Yes, we learned our lesson on that one. Mm-hmm. Do you prefer Amazon or eBay? Very good, yes. I wouldn't say that that's the right answer, but it's certainly my preferred answer, so, you know, I see you. Mm-hmm. Do you prefer Microsoft Word or Google Docs? Oh, yes, well, we have a great many collaborative documents that we have to work on, different bylaws, rules, regulations, proposals, etc. Some of them are edited by committees, some of them edited by various teams, so we like to get a census of what everyone prefers. That way we can group like-minded people together. Mm-hmm. And everyone gets to use what they prefer. Yes. Do you prefer Lego or Mega Bloks? Well, this one is kind of just on here for fun, but why not, right? Yes, I can't say that your answer is atypical. Most people do fall into the Lego camp. Not much love for Mega Bloks these days, but I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, there were certain sets in Mega Bloks that the Lego equivalents just didn't quite compare. Mm-hmm. Now, do you prefer paper or plastic? Very good. Okay. A rather sustainable fellow. Reusable bags only, then. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Now, how do you put on your shirt? Oh yes, was it, right arm first and left arm next, vice versa, head first, myriad of possibilities. Well now, please, let's take this a little bit seriously. Well, I can't say I believe you, but I will write it down. Though I've never heard of that method, I'll tell you that. Now, in what order do you put on your socks? Okay. Yes, it's remarkably about 50-50 in this lodge. Mm-hmm. Do you use conditioner? Yes, as a hair care product. Mm-hmm. Really? Wow, well, I must say that it really does show you have quite lustrous, quite voluminous, quite impressive hair, so good on you, and keep doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. What email provider do you prefer? Really? I can't say that we see too many Hotmail people these days, but just questionnaire to potential questionnaire. I see you. I see you. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. What size vest do you wear? Okay. Yes, though my current attire might be a little bit deceptive, vests are an integral and very important part of our uniforms, both standard and ceremonial. Mm-hmm. The vest is very important. After all, it's where you put your badges. Oh yes, there's a whole badge system. Mm-hmm. Yes, Questioneer Jacobson will enlighten you as to some of our more particular practices later on in the introductory slideshow. Mm-hmm. Oh yes. Yep. And remember, if you have any questions at any point, just feel free to shoot up your hand and ask it. Yes. After all, every question, including the ones that might seem silly. Now, what is your preferred style of hat? Oh, well, sure. For example, ball cap, fedora, Panama, bucket hat, Newsies cap. Very nice, very nice. Do you prefer a belt or suspenders? Really? Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you have any siblings? And if so, how many? Okay. Very good. Mm-hmm. Now, what is your favorite breed of cat? Very nice. A classic. Yep. Tried and true. Very good. What is your default packed lunch preference? Yes, well, some people prefer ham and cheese, some people pizza, some people peanut butter and jelly. I myself am a peanut butter and jelly person. Okay, wonderful. PB&J it is. Yes, well, we want to make sure that everyone gets something that they like to eat, especially when we're on our excursions. Now, here's the part of the program where we get into some of the more conceptual questions that will kind of challenge the way that you think about asking questions in general, okay? All right. It's a good attitude. How many stars are in the sky? I see you've heard that one before. Very good. How old was Caesar when he died? Well, there's no getting anything past you, is there? You are one of very few people who get that one, I've got to say. It's very good. What color goes best with your wardrobe? Really? Yes, that's very nice. I can see it now, actually. Yes, it's kind of a statement color, but I think it would really work, especially with your complexion. Yes, that's a good choice. What is your least favorite sound? Oh, that is in my top 5. Yes, I mean, they obviously they're not trying to hurt you, and they're not trying to cause you any sort of distress, but there's something ominous, something deeply disconcerting about the ever-present, the drone of buzzing bees. Just even saying it aloud, it gives me a little bit of the willies. And let's move on that note, shall we? Oh, we're getting very close now, very close indeed. How many roads must a man walk down in his life? I told you these are going to be a little bit more conceptual. So that was good. Yes, again, the question is important. The answer is also important, but it can be, shifted, moved around. An answer is malleable. A question is definite. What is your dream? Oh, well, it could be anything. It could be a dream that you dreamt last night. It could be a dream of owning your own luxury pizza shop, yes? Oh, I wouldn't dare impose my definition of dream onto you. After all, it's your dream. It can be anything. It can be anything. It is a purposefully open-ended question. Okay. Very good. Very good. And finally, why must we ask questions? Very good. Well, I think it is safe to say that you are going to make a fine addition to our lodge. Now, here comes my favorite part, because I get to read the next section, the congratulations. So, without further ado, congratulations. You have officially answered all of the questions on the entrance questionnaire. Additional questionnaires will be mailed to your place of residence to be completed prior to your attendance of your first meeting. Now, we will have you recite our oath of membership. Alrighty, and now for the oath. I'd like you to just please stand facing me, and I will read off a line, and then you just repeat it, okay? Wonderful. No matter the question, I'll question the question, and then I will question the answer. With thoughtful success, I will question the best, and do so with exquisite manners. Wonderful. Yes, being polite is a virtue that we, the questioneers, stand by, very much so. Now, it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you officially to Questioneer Lodge number 812. Through those doors, you will see that Questioneer Jacobson has prepared the introductory slideshow, and it's a short presentation, so, don't worry about, being too long or anything like that, or being too extensive. It's just there to answer your most burning questions, but only if you ask them, okay? Very good. I think you're going to be a very successful and very valued member of the Questioneers. I do indeed, yes. Well, needless to say, we are ecstatic, elated, and incredibly excited to welcome you amongst our ranks. So if you'll just head to those doors, I'll meet you afterwards for drinks, refreshments, and a very nice little reception where you can meet all of the other Questioneers of the Lodge, okay? Wonderful. Alrighty, I'll see you in a little bit, okay? Excellent. Bye-bye.